to conquer. Cooper Davis, Stormy Wing, Brennan Eldred, Cole Melanson, Cody Nance, Cody Teal, and Derek Kolbaba are on a mission. Matt standing by with the coach from Team USA, two-time PBR world champ, Justin McBride.
Justin, right here on top of the action, going to be very hands-on with your team. What are you looking for out of Team USA?
I'm just ready for them to compete. You know, we've been talking about it for a long time, and I know they're ready to go, and I'm ready for them too. I mean, you know, shoot, I think I'm more nervous than they are.
We talk about the team element of Team Brazil and how they combine together. Everywhere you go, you see Team Brazil. We've seen that from Team USA since getting here in Edmonton.
Yeah, I think all these guys realize the opportunity that they have to represent their country, and they're excited to do it.
They're all excited to represent the red, white, and blue, and we're going to start it off with a world champ.
2016 PBR world champion Cooper Davis is first out of the chute, and much like all these teams, Dub, you started off with a bang. Well, this is a pairing that can provide a good total. Davis versus Milky Chance. As we look at our past PBR world champions, Jess Lockwood just won the 2017 title a week ago, unable to make the trip due to multiple injuries. But look at that list. You got Silvano Alves on there 3 times. JB Mooney also banged up this season, but Cooper Davis there as well. Well, I know Coach McBride wanted to make a statement with that out, Dub, but Milky Chance wanted to make a statement of his own. Milky Chance. And
there you go, Craig.
There we go, yeah, partner. That looked like there was a slap that the judges caught as well.
Yeah, they just jerked him down right there out of the gate, got him slapped, and broke his concentration, and then he's behind from the get-go, gets the world champion down.
Well, with Cooper Davis going down, that immediately puts Team USA behind where they wanted to be, and Matt's interview highlighted it, that Justin McBride has got these guys fired up as well, especially with all the talk of Team Brazil. But Cooper Davis, who just rode, knows this is a very unique event.
Global Cup to me is like our Olympics. It's something that I'd watched on TV growing up, and when it disappeared, it was kind of disheartening to me because it's something I wanted to be a part of. So for them to bring that back, it's really cool to get to be a part of it now.
Team concept, $400,000 for the winning team, but keep in mind, the top overall total, that aggregate score for one rider, the top scorer and the top individual earns $50,000. Now, that very well could be a 4-bull total, because remember, it's a coach's choice as to who the bonus riders are each night. Stormy Wing is going to get the next opportunity for Team USA, and Dub, he faces a relatively new bull, most of his career spent in Canada, Rat Trap.
Well, but this is a pretty good matchup for Stormy. They said this bull goes to the left and has a little backup, and if he does, you look for Stormy to rear back and give him the boots and spurs. And I tell you what, the Team USA kind of comes in a little bit banged up, a little behind the gun, behind the 8-ball. JB Mooney's out, the current world champion Jess Lockwood's out, so they're batting up. They're up to bat without 2 of their players.
Credit Stormy Wing with doing the work. And Dub, I want to go to you first, because in years past, I don't want to call Stormy Wing out, but that's a bull that perhaps he rides for 7 and change, not making it to 8.
Well, Stormy has found a new regain of consistency this year. I mean, he's still not the consistency for a world championship run, but right the next level out of it. And he gives him some Randolph's right around a couple of them corners and looks pretty good doing it. McBride, they need to get his team on the board a little bit more right here to catch up with them Brazilians. They're going to be behind, and they get too far behind them, they won't be able to catch those guys. There's too much experience on their team.
This is Brennan Eldred. Brennan Eldred gets it done. a late addition to Team USA because of the injuries to Lockwood, Triplett, and Outlaw. Brennan Eldred delivers, and Dub, you just made the point that Justin McBride is going to need some of these team members that we perhaps haven't seen a lot of in the past step up this weekend.
Well, this could be the youngest team really here. I mean, as far as age-wise, they may have a little more experience than some like the Mexican team or maybe even some on the Australian team. But age-wise, these guys here is pretty young. You talk about Brendan, you talk about Cooper and Derek, and you know, they just got so much youth to them that if this team sticks together, they're going to be dealt with for years to come, and they may pull it off here.
Well, Matt, I want to go to that sticking together sort of attitude because that's one thing I noticed from Team USA over the past couple of days. They're walking around as a team. They're wearing their jerseys as a team. Next, we're going to get to see Cole Melanson, one of the youngest members of the team and one of the newbies. But this kid wants a chance to prove himself. Wow!
Greg, to your point, it has been Team USA all the way, and this kid was a very welcomed member. You talk about the injuries coming back from the World Finals. You go all the way down to the current college champ, and a guy that is on his way to the Wrangler National Finals rodeo here in just a couple of weeks. He got the call from Cooper Davis and then from Justin McBride and said, here's the only problem, we've got to leave tomorrow. He said, I'll leave right now. I'll pack my bags on the way. I don't care. I want to represent the red, white, and blue, and the rest of Team USA has welcomed him, and that ride right there shows you exactly why.
And Craig, if you go back all the way back to the nod of his head in that shoot, you see nothing but confidence. I just like the way he nodded his head, and you can see the confidence in it. When he nodded, he was ready to go and ready to give it all he had, and he did just that, gets him on the board with a great bull ride.
That conviction helps him convert 84 1/4. Kody Nance is next, trying to give Team USA a fourth score and keep pace with Brazil. Nance coming off of one of his best seasons ever on the Built Ford Tough Series. And Matt, I think one of the words that could describe Kody Nance throughout his career is simply resilience.
Well, I had an opportunity last night to watch this bull, the qualifying round. And JW, you were there. Justin McBride saw this bull, and he said, hey, that is a Kody Nance type bull right there. And resiliency has been the key. But what he has found this season, he stepped up the game and just flat out tried. Kody Nance might try harder than anybody else in the locker room.
That's the thing, Matt, is when bulls have a lot of skip to them, a lot of jump and kick, a little bit of off time, and you're stepping forward, that's when this guy shines. And when Justin McBride seen this bull last night, I was standing right there, and he looked at the team, and he said, that was Kody Nance all day long. And the whole team agreed. And I agree with him because this is the guy that it doesn't matter if they're into his hand or away from his hand. The easier the bulls, the harder it is on him. The harder the bulls are, the better this guy rides.
J-Dub, it's almost like a bull that we would look at and say, ooh, that one was gross. Kody Nance looks at it and says, that's beautiful, that's the one I want.
That's the one I want. That's the one he thrives on, and that's what he's got here today. And he's got a chance to give a big score to Team USA.
Bull unridden in his career, Buda Dawabata. Oh, man. You guys set the table for that ride perfectly. Buda Dawabata was just bad all the way around. They should just shorten that name to BAD. But Nance is going to come close to being a fourth score for Team USA.
Cooper Davis just walked by me, and I can't repeat what he said, but I'll abbreviate it, POS. I mean, there was nothing good, nice about this bull. Hop, skip, walk on his front end. You can see Cody doing all he could do not to touch him with his free hand, moving that outside leg. What a ride. There was nothing pretty about it. But you know what? They ain't a whole lot pretty about Kody Nance's style, but getting the whistle, and I don't know if he's going to get it.
Well, and what they're looking at, Dub, we all know this, those of us that are around tour a lot, is whether or not he still had hold of his rope at the 8-second mark. He was falling off the bull, but as long as his hand has hold of the rope, and he still does there, oh! This is going to come down to hundredths of a second. And remember, it has to be definitive because the ruling in and on the dirt was that it was a qualified ride. So there has to be clear evidence to that's for sure. Well, the plot thickens as we wait. And we still do not have final confirmation whether or not this is a qualified ride.
But
Judges.
J-Dub, you gotta be impressed. You've coached 2 Team USAs to victory, and you look at a guy that has this much heart. I mean, this is Kody Nance all the way. Not pretty whatsoever, but even down to going back and trying to hit the challenge button a second or third time. This guy wants to win.
Well, I took a kid to Brazil with us, Austin Meyer, that a lot like Kody Nance didn't have the prettiest style, but he did have the best effort on the team, and he was one of the reasons that we went down there and won. And that's who Kody Nance is for this team. He's the go-to try-hard guy.
Well, Kody Nance is going to get fired up, guys. It's official, 7.97. No qualified ride. So Kody Nance is going to either have to take it out on a bonus bowl tonight or in round 2 tomorrow. We go to the next Kody on Team USA. It's Cody Teal, the 25-year-old Texan, won in Glendale earlier this year. That was his first career Built for Tough Series win, but as we often remark, a guy with a ton of rodeo talent, the 2012 PRCA World Champion, the 2016 Calgary Stampede Champion, and Dub, he's going to need all that experience against the bull he's faced before, Beaver Creek Bow.
He has made the whistle on this bull, but this bull is by far the hardest bull to get by in this go-around. I thought the American team probably had the toughest draw of all the teams, and this is the toughest bull of all the bulls. Cody Teal has his work cut out for him. He has made the whistle on him before. His bull fits his style. He's up and down. He's a big, strong bull. And Cody Teal can get the whistle, but he needs to do it today.
Today, Beaver Creek Bow is better. It only goes 5 seconds. When they were paired up earlier this season, he rode him for 87 1/4 in Nampa, but a very different story tonight, Dub.
Yeah, the bull has a really good day. We've seen him have an off day at the PBR World Finals with Shane Proctor. Not today. He has his old trip up and down, big, strong, powerful bull. Gets Cody Teal strung out early, brings him down hard.
Our final rider for Team USA, Derek Kolbaba, a man who went into the World Finals #1 in the world. Part of the reason for that was he did so well over the summer, including a trip up here to Canada and a very good outing in Quebec City.
Quebec City was a pretty big turning point. I mean, I rode pretty good in the first half, and then having that such a big event in the summer and an off-season event, it really boosts the guy's confidence and then kind of gives him a little pick-me-up in the world standings. So to go in there and leave the champion was pretty awesome and gave me a lot of confidence rolling into this second half, and I think it's helped me.
J-Dub, as we were going to that feature, I know you were adding something. I just want to throw to you with the idea that if it wasn't for the peaks and valleys that Kolbaba has, he would have been world champion this year.
Yeah, I mean, just as a couple of those long valleys he had, you know, 3, maybe 4 scores, maybe a go-around win or a couple of go-around places. This is your world champion, hands down. He went into the finals, you know, a lead, and with the tremendous finals that Jess Lockwood had winning the first 3 go-arounds, took over the lead and didn't relinquish it on through the end of it. But this is a guy with just a little bit more consistency. He's going to be a real front runner, not just a contender.
Matt, we always talk about Kolbaba's demeanor. He stays pretty calm, but even he was fired up for this format this weekend.
Yeah, he was fired up for this format, but if you remember the beginning of the second half, he started out a dismal, I believe, 0 for 16. And we watched his attitude and his demeanor stay the same, and I was worried about it. I questioned his confidence, but all of a sudden he turns it back around. He wins 5 Built for Tough Series events, and I think not winning the world title fuels his fire coming in here this weekend. He, much like Team Australia, has something to prove.
Textbook ride from Kolbaba, and on a night when the red, white, and blue needed a score to keep pace with Brazil, of course it's on a bull named Stars and Stripes that gets them to equal ground.
That may have been the best rider we've seen this go-around outside of Jose Lima. This is a good, strong bull. Bucked into his hand. He moves everything the way he's supposed to. Going to get a good score.
Cole Baba into his hand, and much like any of these top-tier riders, when a bull does that, you can say bye-bye 8 seconds. That's as close to a lock as you get in this sport. Derek Kolbaba, 86.5 points. That's a 4th score for Team USA, and 86 is going to help Kolbaba tie for the overall single score lead. Let's send it to Matt.
Derek Kolbaba, tremendous ride here to close it out for Team USA. You kind of feel like you got to put the team on your back towards the end to keep up with Team Brazil, but your team fired up. They know this is a big weekend.
It's an awesome experience, you know what I mean, Matt? Getting to come out here and ride with some awesome guys against some awesome bull riders from all over the world. Just can't say enough how cool of an experience it is, and happy to be a part of it.
Humble, gracious, excited. You can tell Team USA fired up. They're having a good time so far at Edmonton.
Let's take a look at our team standings. Brazil on top. Team USA slots into second. Australia now rounds out the top 3 with Canada there as well. And speaking of Team Canada, remember, the host nation gets 7 extra riders, so the Canadian crowd gets another crop of stars to cheer for when we return. I tell you what, all 7 call Canada home, and they'll all be hoping for some Maple Leaf magic.